Heritage Trust, and we're going to find all about traditional pre-settlement life. So that one kind of makes sense. However, if you have special insight into another time frame and you want to do your own research, great. But you do need to use evidence from Galileo, so it would make sense to do that. Yes?
Oh, well, you know how it said it can be anything fast, so it could even be like 2 seconds.
Technically.
So you could say it's as livable as it was 2 seconds.
That would be a very boring essay.
It would.
It would, and it would be very, very hard to find.
How many
evidence.
words is our essay on?
Sure.
You need to do, there's no minimum or maximum.
Really?
Oh my god. Yay.
Please don't make me read a thesis though.
Okay, I'll make you read it.
I don't really want to read like 35,000 words.
Yeah.
Half a page worth of
I would suggest that the standard 5-paragraph essay structure should be enough. Intro, 3, conclusion. But let the marking sheet be your guide. If you have covered to the highest level the whole marking sheet, 350 words, good for you. If you need 750 words to cover it, fine. If you're up near 1,500 words, I suggest you look at your expression because brevity is not your friend. So don't waffle. Don't have long paragraphs where you repeat the same point. That's what drafting is for. That's what proofreading is for. Cut out words that are unnecessary, but your natural writing style will dictate within a few hundred words what that looks like. I tend to be slightly more long-winded because I like lyrical writing. You might be more into sparse, precise expression. That's fine. Serves the same purpose in the end. This is all I'm marking you on. I'm not going to be able to take away or add on marks for anything else. So what you look at is you go, you know what? When I look at this, there are 3 marks available for my grammar, spelling and structure. 3, 4, 5, 6. And there are 7 marks available for my thinking. What does that tell you about my priorities? Your thinking is more important to me. Yes?
It doesn't matter what the structure is, as long as you get your full start.
Sure, it does matter what the structure is. I gave it marks. They're easy marks to get if you follow basic structure. Why lose marks on something that you know how to do? But your thinking is much more important to me. Now, I have the rest of my life to work in an English classroom and harass students about structure. I get 3 years in Galileo to talk about thinking. Okay. Who has an opinion already now on this, even if you haven't thought it out well?
So you're doing English next year?
You're right. Yes. Sorry?
I thought you were just saying that.
Yeah, so you already have formed like a nascent opinion on this. What is it?
Well, livable, I'm going to use the wiki definition, and now is 2000, the year 2000 up, and past is pre-European settlement.
Okay, and so what's your thinking on that?
That it was more livable then, but there's more you can achieve now.
Okay. More livable then, but there's more you can achieve now. Good. I'm happy for you to take those more complex positions. In fact, I encourage them. Anyone else? You're allowed to change your mind after and over the weekend, but does anyone kind of think they know what direction they're heading in this week? Oscar?
Yeah,
Where? Tell me.
I think that the past is pre-white settlement, and I haven't really thought about it much, but I think it was more livable back then because now you can kind of be put in danger by things that are out of your control, like terrorist attacks or being mugged or something like that. But back then, the Aboriginals kind of knew what was up.
Alright, so you may wish to structure your questioning this afternoon around our experts that we'll have contact with around those issues. Alright, so think about that. Go in informed. Think about what might I want to argue about, what might my points, what do I need information on. You'll have an opportunity this afternoon to ask questions. Maya?
Well, like, even not just like comparing Melbourne to like
Melbourne 2012, like Melbourne in like the 1970s or something. I think that like it's more. There are way more opportunities.
Galen, Antonio.
Now for minorities or women, and but I think that like both physically and mentally, our health has declined a lot.
Okay.
Like suicides happen so. You log onto Facebook and there are like 5 or 6 posts on your newsfeed about some girl who committed suicide, like every 3 days or something. And you know, obviously, the world is getting fatter. Australia is getting fatter. Yeah.
So you think mental and physical health is declining, yet you know feminism's come in leaps and bounds.
like, we have better facilities.
We have better facilities. Okay, great, cool. Something to look up for you, for example, might be was suicide a thing back then? Did Indigenous people commit suicide? Was it common? What were the reasons? How healthy were they? Some basic research around that.
Do we have to use the definition given to us?
No, you do not. You may redefine it for yourself. Yes.
Can you do like a half-half type of thing?
Give me an example of what you mean.
Like you could say, oh, in some cases it would be more livable back then. I haven't had to find this.
Yep.
And then you can say, but now we have like more medical health and stuff. So
Sure.
in some ways,
Oh, yeah.
it's more livable now.
Definitely. You can definitely go half-half. So you can be like, it's more livable in these ways, it's less livable in these ways. Obviously, we'll discuss it more. And on balance, at the end,
So in the end, you do have to come to a conclusion that.
yeah, in the end, you do have to come to a conclusion. That's what the conclusion paragraph is for. So your conclusion might be,
It is.
I find it very difficult to make a decision, however I feel when I weigh it up. Slightly more livable then, slightly more livable now. I can't compare the two. The contexts are so different, maybe I can't compare them. That might be your conclusion. Alright, so shush, stop shuffling. This is recess. I need to talk to you for 30 more seconds. This whole shuffle as soon as the bell thing happens, stop it. I'll just make you wait anyway. This weekend, start writing this because it's due by next Wednesday. It needs to be submitted by Wednesday. And if over the weekend you run into trouble, you can email me if you have a question that you didn't think of today. So please do that. I'll be doing around the Bay and Day on Sunday though, so I won't be all that available. Also, don't forget your team project commitment because your mini trail is next Friday. So do a little bit of reading and research over the weekend. Stay in contact with your group about what you've found out. Yes?
Is the walk trail from session 3 to session 4?
No, we'll do some. We'll form some questions at school before we go.
Do we post this essay on our blogs?
Do we what?
Do we post this essay on our blogs?
Yes. And you can Google Doc it to me if you want feedback. And so that's fine. Yes.
We need to bring our bags for the session.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes because we're going to leave before the end of session 4. So come ready to go on trail and be dismissed from the city. Okay?
Oh yeah, I did it.
All right. I'll see you. Have a nice recess.
Bye, Georgie.
Bye, Georgie.